Okay, guys, how can you improve on something that's already been improved? Well, you can always improve, you know. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a freaking garbage man. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I took the headlight leather visor off, and yes, that's right, you got it. You're a mind reader. I'm making one out of aluminum. I already took the opportunity to form it. What I did is I heated this. First, what you have to do is you make a template, because you know everyone's always saying you never show us from start to finish. So what you do is you make a template out of a piece of paper, and then you cut it out of the aluminum. Then what I did is I heated this up on a metal surface, because you don't want to catch fire to anything, and make sure there's nothing flammable within 14,000 miles around this, because a spark could always jump and start a big forest fire and you'll be on the news. And then what I did is I used my Honda Rebel's old stator with a pair of welding gloves on. I picked up the hot part, put it on here. I placed a rag over the part that I'm going to bend. Even with the welding gloves on, I pressed it down and I formed it to this. Then I tested it on my headlight to make sure it was the right angle, which it is. Now, if I would have had a planishing hammer, this would have been easier than cake. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get that to a mirror finish. Now the underside should also reflect more light too, so that'll be a plus. I started it down with 400 grit, and this is 1200 grit now. Then we're going to diamond cut, or ball cut, I should say, the outer side of the part, guys. Even though I'm going to diamond cut this, or ball cut it, I don't know why I always use the term diamond cut. I still want this to be shiny. Oh man, my nose is dripping. It is literally dripping. I had this jacket so nice and washed. Now look at it. I'm going to have to use bleach on it. You know what, guys? I'm going to change right over, man, to the wet and dry. This is 2000. I'm going to put these in order. Okay, here's 1000. I got a bucket of water over here. I'm going to start on the outside first. This part here has to be next to perfect, because this is going to show. I think I got the angle. I think I got the part perfectly arced. Oh man, it is horrible cold. Horribly cold, guys. Horribly cold, man. I don't know why I don't man up and just move down south. I don't know why I don't just man up. And you know, I used to live down in Florida too, and I came back up here, boy. Oh. I don't know why I don't man up. Starting to hurt my arms. Alright guys, I'm going to pause you until I get done with the 1000. Okay, we're on the 2 now, guys. I'll pause you guys and then we'll do the 3000. Okay, now we're in the 3000. Now these are old pieces of sandpaper too. These are old sheets. Actually what I'm doing is off cam, I'm holding these in a bucket of water, or above a bucket of water, as I'm sanding this down. I have a bucket of water right back there. Alright guys, next after this is 5. Okay, let's do the 5 now. This is probably getting close to being a mirror shine. What I'm going to do before I buff it is I'm going to ball cut all this. Alright, I went ahead and did the rest of the 5 and 7. Now I want to buff this just to see how good I got it. sucker getting hot. I need a buffer, guys, and I mean I need a good buffer. All these aluminum parts on here, it would probably be worth me to do it. You know what, I gotta clean this wheel somehow. I have so much crap on here. Oh my. Man, that's gonna be hard to get inside there, boy. One thing I don't want this part shooting out. We're getting it there. Let's stop that. Now I'm going to take a, this is a very, very fine cloth. Because believe it or not, if you use something like this will actually scratch the aluminum. So, this is that 3M polish. We're going to go over it with this a little bit. Even though this inside is going to be inside the headlight, I still want to do that too, guys. That way it doesn't scratch anything up when I install it. Okay. Now, if there's still scratches on this, what I'll do is I'll hit it with some 3000. This just may need buffed now. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the underside with the polish there. Look at my hands. See, this is why I wear gloves. I had a comment from one viewer. He said, he left a comment like, because I was wearing the nursing gloves. And he left a real rude comment saying, oh, look at him. He thinks he's a doctor or something like that. Well, that's why I wear those. And this is why too. You know, now I have to throw this in the laundry and hit it with some bleach. Okay. Oh my God. I think I might have to, I don't know, maybe I could buff those out. Because I definitely want the underneath of this mirror shine too. That way to reflect more light from the headlight. Yeah, see, my outer is definitely better than the inside because I can't get the buffing wheel on the inside. That's why it's coming out like this. Wish I could clean this goddamn wheel with something. I think there's a compound you can actually buy that'll clean these, but I don't have it. Hush your ass up. Shut the fuck up. Try some of the 3M on there, guys. Getting there now. Man, this thing's getting hot. I have on here, I have a semi-finished wheel on the inside and a finished wheel on the outside. This motor here, believe it or not, was my grandfather's, but this motor is probably from like 1945 and it's still in good shape. I think it was out of an old dryer or something, or like a washing machine. edge. Alright, we'll get that by hand. Let me do this one more time on here. It's maybe done. I think I have a couple scratches in here, guys. Let me pause you guys up here. Okay. This cloth here, I found, I think this was a bed sheet or something, some kind of little bed blanket. I found it in the trash also. People have been I've noticed for about the past year, since the pandemic started, there's less valuables thrown in the trash. I mean, I've run across almost nothing. I ran across a toaster, which I'm currently using. Guys, I can't tell you the toasters, man. I mean good toasters. I probably have like 7 or 8 freaking toasters. Coffee makers. Coffee makers, people throw coffee makers out left and right, which are still good. Okay, we got a couple little scratches here. I'm going to try to take these out. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're real hard to see. I mean, I don't think you guys can see them. I'll probably have to use 7,000 on those. I mean, for a lot of people right now, this is probably good. But, oh man, my arm sleeve's almost soaked. I'm going to try to finish this a little bit better. So let me pause you guys. Then we have to go back to, we're going to have to rebuff this. Alright, I hit it with some 7. It looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to ball cut this. I think, yeah, I'm going to ball cut the edge of this. I think that'll look really slick. That'll give it like a jeweled look. Notice I have my gooseneck on this too. Oh, right now, I wish I had plastic things to hold this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to double that up. I don't even know how the hell I could possibly hold this, because I don't want to bend it. I don't have anything. This, like a plastic puck or something, would have been nice. Okay. And these ball cuts here, these are the ones I used on my Busa. I did all that shit on that Busa, guys, and these are still think that'll work. Alright, we got a cup of water for our bit because that's going to definitely get hot. Now see how I fucked up a little bit there? That doesn't really matter. Sucker's getting hot. Let me try another bit on that. I don't know, why the hell are you giving me a hard time, man? What I'm going to do too is I'm going to sand this down with 3, 5, and 7. 3,000, 5,000, 7,000. So if they're a little irregular, it's not going to matter. The hell is the end of this thing at, guys? Moving too much. Okay, let's try that. Okay, now I'll stay there. That's about an inch. Man, that sucker's hot. Because this is going to probably, let me see what it looks like. Yeah, that's going to have to be done a little bit more. I'm going to have to go in more. Miles to go the rest of the way, huh, guys? Cool her down a little bit in some wah-wah. I probably did maybe 10, maybe 20,000 cuts with this bit, and it's still good. And these are only like $5 a piece. Alright guys, my camera cut off because I think my memory is getting full. So anyway, I diamond cutted them. Now I'm going to sand this down with, you know what, I'll start with 3, 5, 7. Actually what I'm doing is I'm starting with 1 first, because 3, the edges are way too tough for 3. It just tore the shit out of my sandpaper. So I'm going to hit this. See, it's even tearing this up. Yeah, but if I can get these, you know, another thing you can do too, see, mine aren't spaced. You could space yours. Then what that'll look like, it'll look like a diamond cut. If you space them, then the chrome, you know, then the mirrored shine of the aluminum spaces, it'll look like it's diamond cut. Now, if you guys do this, make sure each one of these cuts are at the same angle. All right, that's 1,000. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause you until I'm ready for buffing for this. Come out actually, it come out better than I wanted, guys. Look how slick that is, man. See, even though some of them weren't the same size, when you sand that and then you buff it, they all become the same size. Oh yeah, I'm getting what I wanted now, guys. Got the underneath, man, like a mirror tube. You guys that like mothers, you need to try some 3M. This is called, look at the inside. 3M Auto Advanced Mag Aluminum Polish. You guys need to try it if you can even get it. I don't even know if you can get it right now because of the pandemic. There's a lot of stuff you can't even get. It's just not available. Oh man, I come out pretty damn good, guys. I gotta wash my hands before I install this. But let me see if I can get a shot of what this will look on a bike, what it will look like on a bike. Oh, we're gonna do the one for the speedo next, guys. Alright guys, there you go, man. Now that'll reflect the light more. And it looks better too. Alright guys, we got our visor on. And I also did the speedometer visor as well. You know, so it actually looks like it's part of the speedometer. That looks a lot nicer like that. And we diamond cutted it too. It's all diamond cut there. Focus, there you go. My lens must be dirty. And now it's all double-sided taped on, guys. I just left 2 other big dog groups on Facebook. The first one, I think, I tell you the truth, I forget the name of the first big dog group I left. I mean, there's only a few of them on Facebook. And the reason why I leave them is because of the disrespectful comments of other big dog bikers or people that are jealous of big dog owners. They just, some of these people don't even have a big dog motorcycle. They just join the club. That way they could see pictures of these badass choppers. But the first one I belonged to, another member left a comment using profanity. I asked the administrator to take the comment down. He never did, so I left the group. I don't need that crap. The one I just left this morning was because of the fender blades, the reaper blades. The guy's claiming they're going to fly off and it's a bad idea and those are going to hurt somebody. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you that have seen the video are thinking those are going to come off and they're going to hurt somebody. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. And let me remind you guys something about that 3M tape. The last part I removed that had the 3M tape on took paint off the fender with it. Number two, all those parts, guys, I've used with 3M double-sided tape are still on that bike. And we're talking about 2 years, and I live in Allegheny County, western Pennsylvania, where it goes down to 40 degrees below, 30. Right now it's about 20 degrees in my garage. Parts are still on. And I'm going to tell you guys, just like I told that asshole that made a crude remark about my fender blades, come see me in November and we're going to see if those are still on the bike. And all you think they're going to fly off, you can take your remark and shove it up your ass. But we're going to see if they're still on in November. That's number two. Number three, if they come off, what I plan to do is I'm going to make another set. I'll remove the fender. Since that fender is made out of fiberglass, I can't TIG weld bolts on the inside, so I'm going to have to epoxy bolts on the inside. So you guys need to hold your tongue before you think that I'm some kind of idiot and I don't do things the proper way and those parts are going to go flying off. Because all the parts I've used with that tape are still on that bike, and we're talking about 2 or 3 seasons of hot and cold weather around here. And good 70, 80 mile an hour road wind trying to blow the parts off. They're still on. So before you guys assume what you think you know everything, you need to think again, son, because you don't know everything. But as for them 2 Big Dog motorcycle clubs on Facebook, you know what they can do with their mother. That's what they can do. I don't need their bullshit. I don't need their bullshit. I really don't. Hope you enjoyed my video. You know, guys, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, maybe y'all are right. Maybe those reaper blades will come off. And you know, I put a lot of work. It took a lot of work to get them like that. You know, and I don't even give a crap about they'll come off and maybe slice someone's eye out or slice or impale them in the face or impale them in the throat. I couldn't give a crap about that. What I care about is losing those reaper blades, because they're not easy to make. They're hard. I can make more, you know, but they're hard to make. I don't want to have to lose them and go through the trouble of waiting for the aluminum to come in and make another one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fender off. Now, since that fender is fiberglass, I can't TIG weld the bolt inside of there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fender off and I'm going to buy a set of small, short, I think they're, I have to have the Allen head bolts. Either Allen head or Torx head, because that's what everything else in that bike is. I'm going to buy a set of Allen head cone-necked fasteners, and we're going to screw those on. That's what I'll do. And the bolts probably maybe half inch, something like that. I'm going to have to take a measurement and see how long, because there's not much room in there. You don't want those hitting the tire and scraping the tire. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that fender off and we're going to epoxy some fasteners on the inside of that fender. That way they'll be double-sided taped on and they'll be bolted on. Be safe. Don't catch the coronavirus. And hang on. Pandemic will soon be over.